Donald, nice to have you join us.
Hi, Greta.
Donald, grim news today, jobless claims at 418,000. That's bad news. Steve Wynn, who says he's a Democrat but has contributed to Republicans and to Democrats, he says that President Obama is a wet blanket on the economy, and he's very disappointed in President Obama's work on the economy. But on the other hand, his Vegas operations were up 23% since last year, so things are going pretty well for him. Can you put this together for me?
Well, Steve is a very good friend of mine, a great guy, and frankly, I just left his wedding not so long ago. He just got married and had a beautiful wedding, and he truly knows what he's talking about. And I know he's doing well in Las Vegas because he operates a great property. He operates really good properties all over. But the fact is, he is very, very against this administration, and for good reason.
Why? And where do you, I mean, when you went to the wedding, did you pull him aside? The two of you talk at all about the President Obama and the way he is steering the economy?
Well, we speak all the time, and he's not a fan. He doesn't like what's going on. He sees what's happening all over the world and how well the world is doing in so many places. If you look at different countries throughout the world, some of them are doing phenomenally, and some of them are doing so well because of us. I mean, really due to us, because of whether it's manufacturing our products or taking our jobs with outsourcing. So many different things are happening, and I never hear about it from Obama. I never hear about it from anybody. I don't hear about it from the Republicans either. You watch the Republican debates, they don't talk about what's going on with the rest of the world. But Steve is very down on the administration. I've known that for a long time. And there are many other great businessmen, likewise, that are down on the administration.
The economy can sometimes be difficult to redirect, and there's so many Americans that are suffering unbelievably so. With 418,000 jobless claims this week, is there any sort of thing that you, if you were president or anyone else, could do right now that would have a dramatic effect right now, not just 3 years down the road or 2 years down the road?
Well, what I do right now is stop the many countries that are abusing this country, whether it's through their manipulation of currency or lots of other things. I would stop that immediately. I'd immediately get on the phone and I'd be talking with the OPEC folks who are absolutely ripping us because despite the bad economy, fuel prices never come down. And as I've been telling you for 3 years, Greta, you and others, if the fuel isn't going to come down, if oil isn't coming down below 100, and I mean substantially below 100, like at 40 and 30 and 20, which is what it should be, not these artificially inflated prices because of what they do surrounding a table in OPEC. This country can never be great again. We're using oil from outside sources. And by the way, if we allowed coal and if we allowed things to happen in our country, we wouldn't even need outside. You look at our natural gas, we have more than anybody. We don't create the incentive for people to go out and get it. And environmentally, it becomes almost impossible. The environmentalists have stopped it. So if oil is at 100 and if we're forced to import oil at $100 and more, we can never be strong again. We can never be great again. We have to create our own energy, and we have so much of it. Between coal and natural gas and nuclear, people are starting to get away from, and I can fully understand it. If you look at even Germany, and by the way, nobody's running better than Germany right now, but even they're sort of turning off to the nuclear right now. But you look at natural gas, coal, and so many other things, we don't need outside sources. But OPEC is ripping us. Frankly, they're the number one abuser, and we have to stop that. So that's something that can be stopped very quickly. They wouldn't even be there if it weren't for us.
All right. So I did research on you. I follow you all the time because I know that you were toying with the idea of running for president. Then you said no. Then there was a little bit of the maybe you'd run as an independent. Now I read that you say that Representative Bachmann is very underrated. So I'm curious, with all your level of growing frustration, are you leaning towards, endorsing or supporting Representative Bachmann, or are you sort of now thinking that, well, maybe I will run as an independent? I mean, which way is the wind blowing with you today?
Well, no, I'm going to see who is going to be the Republican nominee, and I'm going to be looking at the economy. And if the economy continues to do badly, which I think it will because the administration does not know what they're doing, if the economy continues to do badly, and if the Republicans pick somebody that I think is the wrong person and isn't going to win, I would very seriously consider running as an independent. And the reason I have to do it that way is because, as you know, what I'm doing doesn't allow me to run sooner than May.
Is President Obama, in the last 6 months, does he appearing stronger? Is he appearing the Republicans are getting to him and they're more effective? I mean, what's the status report?
No, I think the status report is that the Republicans are folding. The Republicans are not doing the job that they should be doing. They allowed him to come back during the lame duck session in December, as you remember. It was like, and I said to people, he rose like the phoenix. It was incredible. They allowed him to come back. And I think they're not doing a good job right now. They have all the cards, and if you look at the polls, they're getting beaten more badly than Obama's getting beaten. So you look at what's happening, and they have all of the chips. They have all of the cards. The debt limit, so many things they have right now. For one thing, he has to get rid of Obamacare. You're going to have to get rid of Obamacare, or the country's not coming back. Obamacare is a disaster. And as I said, you have to stop, whether it's OPEC or China or others, you have to stop all of these countries that are out there that are absolutely beating us and taking advantages of us and making a tremendous windfall profit, if you want to use that word, on us. You have to stop the abusers, and there's so many abusers. They negotiate with us, they negotiate with our representatives, and they tell me, they say, Donald, may I ask you a question? Are your leaders stupid? Now, these are people that make deals with this country. They say, are your leaders stupid? They don't even understand how they can make these deals. You look at Colombia, they made $4 billion, a relatively small trade pact with us, $4 billion last year, Colombia. So we have to get really smart people. We have to use our best business people, our smartest business people to negotiate, because the people that are doing it right now are leading us to oblivion.
Donald, thank you, and congratulations, your grandfather again, and tell your daughter I said hello as well, and congratulations to her and to her husband.
Thank you very much, Greta.